Yo, this is Brayo and you're watching Money Talks. Alright. So, the story behind my most recent project, I think that's Eye to Eye. I made that song, I think January or February of last year, and it's when I first found out about like Two Hollis. He's on the come up right now. But I was like, I know a producer from, his name's Sky. Well, that's his short name, but he's from, what's it called? He's from somewhere in the UK. My bad, bro. I don't know. I forget where you're from. But he's from the UK, and he had some beats for me because I was like, yo, can you make me some like Two Hollis, like Snow Strippers, like Crystal Castles type shit? And he's like, yeah, dude, I got you. So he sends me back to like crazy, like he's on some like whatever. So he sends me back the instrumentals. I'm like, yeah, okay, these are tough. So I hop on it, and I remember previewing the song, like posting it on my story, and I just never dropped it. I did that with like 2 of those songs, because Eye to Eye and New Moon I made back to back, and they were both produced by him, and I made them back to back in like February of 2024. Just I had like a rough mix of them, dropped them on SoundCloud with like the rough mix, and then over a year passed, and I went back and I mixed them better, and then I released them, and that was basically the story behind those. I would say probably Mike Dean or Calvin Harris. I got a lot. I like Fish. I like Pharrell, of course, the GOAT. Pharrell, I love Pharrell. Who else? The one name I can't pronounce that did a lot of the Weeknd stuff. If I pronounce it, I'm gonna sound like a doofus. It's like Jessa Ethelstein or something. Definitely pronounced that wrong, but yeah. Him, I fuck with his stuff a lot. Daft Punk, obviously, I love Daft Punk. In terms of like trap music, Mike Will, the GOAT, Mike Will. Rick Ross, go-to producer, love me some Rick Ross. Maybach Music, you already know. Yeah. So that's some of the producers I like. My favorite music moment, probably doing my first show, like a couple weeks ago. Did it at the HMAC in Harrisburg, and I've been doing music probably since 2017. So like 7 years on and off doing music, and it was just cool to like finally get a chance to perform, and I think it went pretty well. Yeah, dude, it was like a complete like eye-opening experience. It's like, I don't know, it's just doing live shows, it just like opens a whole nother like can of worms. It's like insane. It's just so fun. It's just like I want to do it again and again and again and again, and it definitely like makes me want to like push more and keep doing this and keep doing this. So yeah, I think doing my first show is definitely like probably my favorite music experience so far, because it really just brought everything together. Like, okay, all this music I've been releasing over the past couple of years, like people actually like they mess with this. Like, that's insane. It's such a surreal feeling. But yeah. My favorite cartoon, probably Beavis and Butthead, because, for the nostalgia factor, obviously, but, it's like a perfect mix of, like, dumb, stupid, like, brain rot comedy with music, the 2 things I love most. And it's like, dude, it's just like, dude, who else, like, they were so ahead of their times, like, what other show can you, like, see, like, 2 Nimrods, making butt jokes, and then a fucking Alice in Chains song comes on like 2 seconds later, and they just do commentary on it. Like, if you really think about it, Beavis and Butthead were the originators of reaction content, like YouTube, like what YouTubers are doing. Like, they were so ahead of times. Yeah, so Beavis and Butthead is definitely like my favorite, like top 5, if not my favorite cartoon of all time. I think well, because music was always kind of there. It was kind of always there in the background as like a hobby. Before I like went public with music, like I didn't publicly like tell everyone I was making music until like I was in 11th grade, so like 2021 or 2022. And so it was always kind of there, but it was never like my main like thing. But I played a lot of basketball. I was kind of just a sports guy. I think basketball and baseball a lot when I was a kid. I'd always listen to music. If I wasn't making music, I was listening to it. You know, played a lot of video games as a kid, just regular kid stuff. I skated too a little bit, but that was kind of. No, yeah, I definitely skated a little bit before music, but I was ass, so I wouldn't even know if I'd count that. But yeah. Well, who called me during the interview? I bet who. $10. $10. This says Ricky or McPrest. Zoom in on that. That says Ricky. Shout out Ricky. I love Ricky. Anyways, what do I think of INM? Dude, I love INM. They're some of the most shout out Fredo. He's the one doing this, bro. He's doing all this by himself. Well, he has his help, but mainly this is all him. They're some of the most genuine, hardworking. Everyone loves it. Everyone is so supportive of everyone. They're all just trying to do the same thing. It's just such a loving, supportive, locked-in community. It's and they really meeting them has really pushed me to lock in and keep pushing and think of the main goal, the end goal of this music shit. Meeting them has been really beneficial for me. So yeah, I think they're just a really great group of guys. I wouldn't say I've ever really thought about quitting, but there is times where music is kind of taking a back seat in terms of where it is on a priority list for me. And it's never really been about quitting. It's just kind of sometimes you just need to take a step back, and and everything will come. Because even last year I was not on some I wasn't quitting, but I kind of let it take a back seat. And compared to this year, I'm so much more I'm progressing so much more this year than I was last year. Last year I was kind of at a standstill, and this year it's just I'm on a whole different wavelength than last year. But as long as you love what you're doing, as long as you feel like you have a calling for it, never quit. Just keep going. Just keep pushing, man. It always works out. This has been Money Talks with INM. I'm Brayo. Follow me on Instagram at 1BRAYO_. And yeah. Peace. Actually, follow INM at INM Studios, at INM Official. They'll be somewhere over here, down there or something. They'll follow them. They're pushing out content, doing great things for smaller artists. Tap in with them. Peace.
Put my price aside. Put my price aside. Put my price aside.